Yeah, man!
Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm gonna make for you chickpeas mushroom pepper stew. Alright, so you're gonna need about quarter cup unsoaked chickpeas. I have to soak about a cup. We already soaked it overnight. If you're in a hurry, you boil it for 5 minutes and allow it soaked for an hour. We're going to use a small can of mushroom, half Scotch bonnet pepper, or you can use red pepper, a tablespoon of parsley, dried or fresh. You can use any of these herbs, dried or fresh, a tablespoon of basil, this is whole clove. We're going to use about 2 whole cloves, marjoram, about half teaspoon marjoram. Oh, that was oregano. Marjoram, we're going to use a teaspoon of marjoram. And before that, that was oregano. We're going to use half a teaspoon of oregano. Now, pimento berries, half a teaspoon of pimento berries. Rosemary, you're going to need about a teaspoon grinded rosemary or a little bit less. A stalk of scallion, sweet pepper, half sweet pepper, any pepper, 3 between 4 garlic cloves, tomato, spring of thyme, an onion, less than quarter cup cooking oil, coconut oil I use, tablespoon of white vinegar or paprika, any color, half quarter cup or 4 tablespoons ketchup. This is a vegan recipe, so it's clean prepping. So as usual, remove the dying leaves from the scallion, cut off ends, root end, and dying tip of the leaf, and dying leaf tip. Do as you see me doing. Remove leaf from garlic, cut off ends, and cut off any and trim spoilage if there's any. With this onion, like you always hear me say, remove the brown leaf, just the brown leaf. The first layer of the onion is the strongest. And cut off ends as well. This is sweet pepper. You can use any color paprika. Cut the stem off and remove the seeds. Spring of thyme. Cut the stem part off the tomato as well. Now, get a bowl, or it's best if you do this under running water, where your faucet is, under the faucet, and wash the scallion, the tomato, the sweet pepper properly, along with the thyme. You don't really have to add any white vinegar to the water. Just wash it properly, use your fingers and rub it good. After that, dice, put scallion on a chopping board and dice it fine. Dice or slice the onion as well. Just remember, you're using a knife. This is a sharp knife. You notice I'm not going as fast as I would if I was using a duller knife. If I was using a dull knife. Alright, so keep ingredients separate. Cut tomato in quarters or 1/8. So what I like to do is cut it in half, cut that half piece in half again, and then cut each individual piece in half. Or you can just cut quarters. Lay the surface or the back of the sweet pepper on the chopping board and then cut strips or slice the sweet pepper or paprika. Remember, you can use any color or you can use many colors paprika. Measure and put aside a tablespoon of parsley. And any of these herbs, you can use them fresh. Chop it fine. Put aside a tablespoon of dried basil as well. Find 2 whole cloves and put them down. Oregano. You need about half teaspoon of oregano. The oregano herb is kind of strong, so you don't want to use plenty. Marjoram. Use about a teaspoon of marjoram. When adding herbs to any meal, you want to find a balance. You don't want to have any one herb overpowering the other ingredients. Alright, this is dried rosemary. Need about a teaspoon or less. Grind it fine. Now add quarter teaspoon of dried pimento berries. The pimento berries are optional. And cut half scotch bonnet pepper and lay it aside as well. This is our, with the mushroom, open the can, remove the water, and then rinse it out 3 or 4 times with fresh water. you're using fresh mushroom, chop them as these and put them aside. Before I forget, you would stir fry it with the vegetables. This can of mushroom is 4 ounce and 113 grams. 113 grams. Garlic. Grind garlic to puree or mash it fine. Visit JamaicaDinners.com for the recipe. Alright, so this is all our ingredients. Alright, so this is the chickpeas. It's been soaking overnight. Just going to remove it from the water now. I'm using a cup. It's going to be about a cup of soaked chickpeas. Before soaked, it was like quarter cup or a third. The chickpeas is very tender. I can mash it with my hand. Alright, now put to heat medium sized saucepan. Put the stove gauge on 4, medium low. And then allow the pan to get hot and kind of burn out any water that might be in it. Get your chickpeas ready. Measure. I have some water ready. We're going to use half cup of water. Allow the pan to get hot for a minute or so. Get your ingredients close by. After a minute or so or less, we're not cooking anything per se. You don't want the pan to get hot. Add quarter cup or less coconut oil. I use coconut oil. You probably can use olive oil or any healthy oil, cooking oil. I forgot. If you have piece ginger, say the first bend of your finger, or about a 1/4 inch piece. Peel it properly and add it to the heating oil. Alright, after a few seconds, say about 20-30 seconds, add your diced onions. Right after, the scallion, thyme stick, the pimento berries in the heating oil. Use a cooking spoon and stir it in and stir fry. Kind of saute vegetables somewhat. Adding additional flavors. Flavors I can't put in a bottle. Alright, say about 20 seconds later, add your soaked chickpeas. Let it stay on top for a little while because I want the onions to saute. I forgot the garlic, mashed garlic, so kind of shift before you add the chickpeas, you would add the garlic. But if you made a mistake like me, you shift over the chickpeas and then kind of add the garlic to the heating oil and allow it to saute. Add pepper. Once the garlic is sauteed, about 20 seconds later, just kind of stir in the stew. Stir in the pot. Or stir the stew in the pot. Or stir the stew in the saucepan. Too much different nationality, boy. Alright, so that's the pepper. Keep the pepper on the surface. Add your mushrooms. If you were using fresh mushrooms, you would add it before you add the chickpeas, right after the onions are sauteed. And let it cook for a little, fried up. Add your chopped tomato, the herbs. A bunch of herbs are called herbals. So add the herbals. Herbal. I don't think it has a S on it. It's herbal. Stir it in. Once you add all the ingredients, stir it in a few times. Waking up the ingredients. Add tablespoon white vinegar. And immediately, a couple seconds after that, add half cup water. You wouldn't use your cooking spoon and stir it in a few times. Next, use the pan's lid and cover the saucepan properly. Stove gauge is on 4, medium low, allow. Don't follow me and put that chopping mat on the cooking stove. It's not safe. That chopping board or chopping mat or cutting mat. After between 3 minutes, this is what it looks like. This is what our chickpeas pepper stew looks like. So stir it in a few times. Remove the pepper. Add half quarter cup ketchup and stir it in a few times. Alright, so do as you see me doing and kind of stir it in. Add a tablespoon of white vinegar and stir it in. And then finish. Turn the stove off. You finish. So that's it. Chickpeas pepper stew. Add your sliced sweet pepper or paprika, any color you decide to use. Stir that in. Use the pan's lid and cover the saucepan, until serving. You probably won't need this, but just kind of bring up the flavor somewhat. Add about half teaspoon of salt. I use sea salt, but I would say it's optional. You don't have to add the salt. Alright, so before serving, stir your pot in a few times, moisten up all the ingredients. Because the sweet, you want to serve the sweet pepper crunchy, it's best served within the time after cooking. Take a scoop of this delicious looking, flavorful chickpeas pepper stew and lay it on a plate or a bed of rice. The aroma is hitting me in the face. The herbs, chickpeas mushroom pepper stew. Yes, chickpeas pepper stew. Visit JamaicaDinners.com for the recipes. Subscribe, like, share. Cook this meal yourself and give us feedback. So this is chickpeas mushroom pepper stew, or chickpeas pepper stew with mushroom. Let's sample this chickpeas pepper stew. You don't must add ketchup. The chickpeas is crunchy and flavorless. It's not one of those, sometimes vegetables tend to have a bitterish flavor. It don't. The chickpeas is fresh. It's fresh. It doesn't have any irritating flavor. This is a true vegan recipe. Remember now, this chickpeas mushroom pepper stew is a vegan meal, vegetarian recipe. The chickpeas feels good in my mouth and crunchy, and it's nice to crunch. Herbs give this chickpeas mushroom pepper stew sense like you're eating real dinner and meal. Tomato makes it juicy. Sweet pepper or paprika is crunchy. You can use any color. Spicy flavor, but it's not hot. The herbs give this meal essence of eating meat. Herbs give this chicken mushroom pepper stew essence of eating meat. Me gone.
Yeah, man!